We welcome those of you who watch second-ranked Purdue close the game on a 7-0 run to beat Alabama at Coleman 87-80. We're in Las Vegas. Women's Hoop Top 25 Showdown. UCLA ranked 3rd in the country. North Carolina ranked 11th. Eric Freed, Christy Thomas-Gutty here at the WBCA Challenge. First time for this event here at Michelob Ultra Arena. First game went to Fairfield over South Florida. This is an early lead for North Carolina over UCLA. They've kept Lauren Betts in check. Betts has it right here. The All-American gives it to Gianna Neepkins. Akez to Ledger Walker. On the turnaround inside, the grad student Duga Leach for her first two. Bringing UCLA within one. UCLA 3-0 on the season. The Tar Heels 2-0. UCLA most recently beating Oklahoma 6th-ranked Sooners on Monday in Sacramento by 14. 4 in double figures in that game. That's a theme for UCLA. Great balance, great depth for this veteran group. This is a younger by comparison group for Courtney Banghart at North Carolina. North Carolina's been good defensively, but a breakdown there, and Ledger Walker gets her first two.
And that's the Betts effect. Double comes, she knew it, she doesn't get rushed, creates space, finds the weak side covered.
Arnisalo trying to work on Neepkins, knocks it in for two. Sophomore from Helsinki taking on the team she played for last season in UCLA with a couple of field goals early. Neepkins controls it. Step back. UCLA's been off the mark from outside the three-point line so far. Inside, Harris couldn't finish. Here comes UCLA. Down by one. Ledger Walker to the basket.
She used just a little bit of hesitancy by the defense and took advantage of that and just took it to the left. One of the smartest point guards in our game right now is Ledger Walker.
Arnisalo working with the Toomey screen. Harris, a post presence, going to try it from three. These two teams are both 0 for 5 from outside the three-point line so far here in the first quarter.
Well, there's a lot of winded players on the floor right now because we have not had the media break yet.
But Lauren Betts knows how to fight through the fatigue. She puts it up for two.
She buried her defender, so all she had to do was catch and score there.
All 10 UCLA points in the paint. They've outscored North Carolina 10-0 in that category. Approaching 3 minutes to go in the quarter. As Christy mentioned, a long run of uninterrupted play right here. Navarre with the open look. That three's off the mark. UCLA on the run right now. They've made 4 of their last 5 field goal attempts.
There's the fatigue. No one was moving without the ball on the weak side.
Sorry, Christy. Betts continues to show no signs of fatigue. She's got 4. We put a microphone in front of Lauren right now. She's like, I'd like a break and I'd like to take a seat and get a drink right now. But UCLA's on a 6-0 run. Long rebound out to Toomey. Kelly on a minutes restriction, so this is some uninterrupted play for Renaya. Kicks it over to Navarre. Finally, a three-pointer goes down. Carolina had missed their first 7 three-point attempts. Inside of 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Still waiting on that 5-minute media timeout. Turnover. Ledger Walker turned it over. Good start here for North Carolina's Arnisalo, who has 6 early points for the Heels.
And that's when the Heels are at their best, turning those steals into offense.
Back-to-back turnovers for UCLA. That will finally get us to our 5-minute media timeout.
Well, we have been waiting for Lauren Betts, and we're seeing all of it. She buries the defender, one dribble, powers it up through the contact, and then shows the versatility, because now she's going middle over the other shoulder. Great touch, great game, and then Arnie Solo gets this game tied up for the Tar Heels.
We go non-stop in Vegas. Welcome back to the WBCA Challenge on ESPN in Las Vegas. Thursday night in Vegas. Tight one in the first quarter. UCLA, North Carolina. Eric Free, Christy Thomas-Scuddy back with you here. How do you expect this game to unfold as we go forward here? Now that everybody's caught their breath.
Well, I still think the boards are going to matter most, and both coaches back me up on that one. And then it's the turnover battle. We know for UNC to stay in this game, they've got to create offense from their defense, and we saw that a couple of possessions already here in the first quarter.
Now, putting your coaching hat on, coming out of this long, extended run back and forth, you would leave your regular players or whoever was on the floor, on the bench to the end of the first quarter, since we only have a little over 90 seconds left in the quarter.
Absolutely, and both these coaches like their benches. They have a lot of faith in it, so just give some of those starters an extended break, because they know this is going to be a 60-minute ball game.
Well,
40-minute math still bad.
That's why I handle the math problems. I almost missed it, though. You caught yourself.
You got caught up in football mode.
Blanca Thomas making her season debut, number 34, fighting on the inside, still fighting, but it's a shot clock violation. Thomas is on a minutes restriction for this team. She's coming back from injury. Courtney Bangart says she would definitely be a starter for this team, but has not played until tonight, game number 3 of the season for the Tar Heels.
Which just gives them some more size in the paint. Again, I cannot say this enough. There is such length on this UCLA ball club. There's great speed on the UNC ball club.
Thomas standing her ground. Another turnover for UCLA, getting a little sloppy with the basketball here towards the end of the first quarter. Tomorrow night, men's college basketball doubleheader here on ESPN2. 6th-ranked Michigan taking on TCU at 9 Eastern time. 19th-ranked Gonzaga takes on Arizona State. Both are also available on the all-new ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. Good quarter for Arnie Salo, who stays in the game out of the timeout. She's got 6 points. Navarre staying on the floor as well. Navarre with the long 2. No, it's 3 for Navarre. So she's got 7, and North Carolina's up by 3. Take to the basket, won't drop down for Kiki Rice. And on the follow-up, it's going to be a foul on the freshman, Talia Henderson.
And that is where Kiki Rice is so dangerous, when she can get downhill, and that forced some rotation, and that's how Muse was open on that weak side for that offensive rebound.
8-0 run for North Carolina to go up by 3 after they were down by 5. Ledger Walker will come on for the final 5.8 seconds for Kiki Rice. Mandy Muse will be at the free throw line, sophomore from Brentwood, California. Amanda played 6 minutes against Oklahoma last time out, had a couple of points, did not play last season.
Make or miss here by UCLA. I would expect a little bit of token full court pressure just to slow North Carolina down with just 6 seconds left.
Arnie Salo with 4, plenty of time here on the push. Aggressive to the basket, spins it in for 2 to beat the buzzer. Alina Arnie Salo taking on her old team, and she had 8 of the 17 points for Carolina, and the Tar Heels up by 5 after 1.
She's saying, I don't even need 6 seconds. I just need a chance with the spin off the backboard. Arnie Solo came to ball tonight.
After falling behind by 5, North Carolina storms back to take a 5-point lead thanks to 4 of 6 shooting by the former Bruin, Alina Arnie Salo.
She's been active, the steal, the score. She's looking for shots. She's been efficient with the 4 of 6 shooting. But this is just great basketball IQ. She understands time and score. She also knows how to get by the 2 defenders who are converging on her. Just a great first quarter for the transfer.
21 minutes minutes a game with UCLA last season en route to the Final Four. 10 starts for the Bruins, but transferred to Chapel Hill. And she has been an impact player tonight for the Tar Heels. UCLA to start the quarter. Neepkins turns a turnover into points with the three-pointer.
And as expected, you see him Betts back on the floor. Charlotte Walker, Neepkins, as well as Kiki Rice to start the second quarter.
Lainey Grant for three. Flying in for the rebound is Dugalich. Betts running the floor, gets the handle and the finish.
Eric, that is 6'7", sprinting the floor, not able to catch it cleanly, but able to keep control of it until she can secure it and take it up.
Grant. Henderson gathers near midcourt. Navarre on the switch. Dugalich stays with her. Betts has the rebound. UCLA has dialed up the defense here to start the second quarter, and of course it begins with the Defensive Player of the Year last year in Lauren Betts.
I think the back doors will be there for UCLA because of how hard UNC's up in the passing range trying to deny those reversal passes and entry passes. Just Betts running the floor, looking for the ball. Kiki Rice head up, leads her towards the basket. That is so difficult to do, sprinting as fast as she was.
Ledger Walker picked up the offensive foul, her first personal. Freshman Nyla Brooks, number 7 on the floor for North Carolina. Toomey's got good range. Can't hit this time, and Rice has the rebound. 5-0 run for the Bruins to start the second quarter to tie it at 17. Dugalich for three.
Angela Dugalich is on such a tear. 14 points, 13 rebounds against Oklahoma on Monday night. And she's picked up here this evening, already kicked 5 points.
She was 3 of 5 from outside the arc against the Sooners. On the other end, the freshman Henderson puts it in and is fouled. A chance for a three-point play.
Well, despite not having the size, 5 offensive rebounds already for UNC. Talia Henderson this time with the stick back.
First foul on Dugalich. And here is the freshman from Vail, Arizona. Had 10 points against Elon in 13 minutes, was 4-7 from the field.
And UNC has such a talented freshman class. Already they're averaging almost 27 points a game to this early point in the season. They're talented, they're disruptive, and they are game ready as freshmen.
Ledger Walker couldn't get it. Betts couldn't get the rebound. And here's Arnisalo. Brooks. Ledger Walker digging in defensively. Rice read it well and got the turnover. Kiki leans in. Good job by Lainey Grant to stand her ground. It's knocked out of bounds, and it's last touched by North Carolina. It'll be UCLA basketball. Time now for the Athletic Trivia question. 2 of the 4 head coaches of teams playing in the WBCA Challenge are past presidents of the WBCA. Who are they? Next whistle, we'll have the answer.
I know, and if one had gone to the wings, you would have 3.
Betts inside, no. Toomey there, and gets called for the foul. Well, not many people know that Christy Thomas-Scuddy is an actual historian when it comes to past presidents of the WBCA. Corey Close and Courtney Banghart. Courtney, the most recent president. Current president is Jose Fernandez. His
Correct.
USF team is here, but he is now the former USF coach because he's moved to the WNBA to be the Dallas head coach.
Correct. And Courtney actually served as vice president for Corey. So both these coaches selfless and giving back to the game, but also really good head coaches of their programs.
Well, they are also the answer to the Athletic Trivia question, too. So that's
all the above.
Yes.
And this is something UCLA's been doing this season after make free throws, stealing into some full court pressure. And now they're falling back into a matchup zone.
Toomey doing what you do against the zone. Hit from outside. And a turnover. Back the other way comes Kelly. Kelly drops it down inside for two with Harris.
Betts has positioning.
One-on-one against Toomey right now. Showing the inside moves, but Toomey showing a little moxie on the inside.
I think we're going to see a huge year from Sierra Toomey. She's healthy. She's added a little strength to her game.
Ledger Walker looking for the foul. None called as Harris, who's always been so good on the boards. Louisville the last 3 seasons. Getting the putback there. 7-0 run for North Carolina. Couple of heavyweights swinging back and forth here in Vegas. Brooks with the steal and the finish. Timeout UCLA. 6 different scores for the Tar Heels. They've stretched it out to a 6-point lead. They're on a 9-0 run.
Well, you make runs when you can get stops, and it's the defense right now for North Carolina. It's disruptive. Betts puts the ball on the floor. The freshman Brooks is there, steals that ball, takes it coast to coast. UNC on a run.
Carolina on a run in a game of runs, up by 6, second quarter in Vegas.
Megan McEwen, Kelsey Ricks-Cuff going to be with you coming up on this halftime report. We've got to look at Tennessee. They were tested tonight against Belmont, and a look ahead to the weekend where we've got a great slate of women's basketball. But right now, a great game between North Carolina and UCLA. How did the defense of North Carolina get them back out front?
UNC did a great job guarding Lauren Betts, throwing multiple looks at her, not allowing her to catch it in the spot she wants to. Plus, they're keeping UCLA to 1 and done. Only 2 second chance points for the Bruins so
that
far.
9-0 run has them on top. Eric and Christy, we will talk to you guys in just a couple minutes here at the half.
All right, Kelsey, thanks very much. Yeah, Megan, UCLA is 3 of 8 shooting here in this second quarter, and that's helped North Carolina jump out to 6-point lead. I love talking big picture here early in the season because we're beginning to see how these familiar faces in the new places are fitting in, and I think they're fitting in pretty well, as we would have expected.
Not just fitting in, making their presence felt in a big way. Malaysia Fulwale is averaging more points now, still coming off the bench for LSU, but playing extremely well. Camille Pierre is just impacting all ends of the floor for NC State.
Could be a shot clock violation. That North Carolina defense keeping it going here against Corey Close's team.
I mean, Corey Close has been about a couple of things as a head coach of North Carolina. 1, spread the floor, make good decisions. 2, stick to the game plan. And 3, be disruptive on defense.
Kelly off to Toomey. Brooks was fouled by Neepkins. One of those impact transfers right there. Gianna Neepkins, who averaged 19 points a game with Utah last season, shot 45% from three-point line, made 94 threes, has fit right into what UCLA wants to do this season, trying to get back to the Final Four.
Well, she's a perfect fit because she helps stretch the floor because of her three-point shooting ability.
Betts got the block, but Harris didn't give up on the play, and that went off of Kelly. Good job by Hawkes to be disruptive. UCLA ball.
And Gianna Neepkins is just a gym rat. Even today, Corey Close was like, you got to go because the practices are timed. And she has to tell her sometimes to get out of the gym because she's the first one in there just always working on her craft.
Betts needs help. Gets it from Hawkes. Throws it up and gets it to drop. Gabriela Hawkes getting her first points. Missing the mark is Kelly. Betts with 8 points, 6 rebounds in the first half. Trying to set the screen for Rice. Toomey there defensively. Betts shows a little range for 2.
But I love that Kiki Rice turned the corner, got cut off, did not forced that shot up and waited for a wraparound, and it just happened to be Lauren Betts.
10 points, 6 boards now for Betts. 9 points, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks in that win against Oklahoma. I think she'd be the first one to tell you it wasn't her best game. Tough matchup with Reagan Beers for Oklahoma.
But what a fun matchup. It was so fun to see two of the game's best bigs just go at one another.
Great job by Betts as on the inside, Harris pulled the chair out. Betts didn't go down. Didn't travel because she dribbled and got another basket. Tied at 28. And she's got another rebound. On track for a double-double before halftime. 3 rebounds away with 3 minutes to go. Inside, and Betts just could not handle that pass. Turnover by UCLA. That's their 8th.
Betts at 6'7" has such a size advantage on Harris, and if she's able to catch the ball 2 feet that close, it's going to be a long night for UNC. That's where I'd like to see Harris play the defense early and not let her get low, because if she does, you're going to see production like we're seeing here.
Betts will head to the bench here. You wonder if it's for the end of the half. 2:45 to go before halftime, or if she'll come back before the half ends. Grant. Waka Thomas back on. Toomey on her way down. Got the pass off to Navarre. Here's the hot hands. Arnie Salo, not this time.
Some really good switches there by UCLA in the half-court defense.
Not shy at all is the freshman from Zagreb, Croatia, Lena Bilic. Shooter launched a 3, couldn't hit. Hawkes picks up her first personal. Another top 25 showdown coming up Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern time. NC State against TCU. Knocked out of bounds by UCLA, North Carolina basketball.
Eric, that was just such good team defense. UCLA defenders just dropped as the ball moved. That's how they were able to get the deflection.
6-0 run at the moment for UCLA. Ledger Walker got a hand in there and got the steal. Muse tried to make the extra pass. Still fighting for it. Ledger Walker swings it over. Out of the scramble, Ledger Walker wants to settle things down.
High end ball screen, trying to get Ledger Walker going downhill.
Three-pointer on the way. In and out. Ledger Walker with the rebound. Navarre got a hand in there. Ripped away by Muse. Finds the open teammates. Dugalich for 2.
Give Ledger Walker credit, not just for the offensive rebound, but her strength to rip that ball away and maintain possession.
Betts will check back in. She's at the scorer's table. Grant with a long 3. Laney Grant knocks it down. Had 11 points against Elon in her season debut. Didn't play in the opener because of an ankle issue. Looked pretty good there to put North Carolina back up by 1. Ledger Walker, entry Dugalich, inside, out, Hawkes, 3.
You mentioned Corey Close just talking about her team had to stay selfless. That was a selfless possession. They kept passing the ball to get a better shot for their teammates.
Navarre. How about that? Welcome to the season, Blanca Thomas. Knocks down the 3-pointer. Shot clock is off. Betts won't be able to get back on the floor as Ledger Walker holds for 1. 7 to go. Ledger Walker takes it at the big. Tough shot for 2. And that will be the final points of the first half, and it'll give UCLA a lead at halftime.
What a game. It's what we expected. The UNC defense making their presence seen. Lauren Betts making her presence felt.
12 lead changes in that first half. Runs galore, plenty to break down. Kelsey and Megan, it's all yours. Welcome back to the WBCA Challenge on ESPN. Welcome back to Las Vegas. Getting set for the second half between UCLA and North Carolina. The champs in the house, Kia Stokes, Dana Evans, Jackie Young from the world champion Las Vegas Aces were in their house here for the WBCA Challenge. Eric Freak, Christy Thomas-Scuddy back with you here courtside. We talked about it at the very top. When UCLA's on the court, all eyes are drawn to Lauren Betts, and that certainly was the case for North Carolina in the first half, and it's the case here for you as you break down what you saw from her in the first half.
Well, to whom much is given, much is expected, and Lauren Betts just attracts so much attention, and the bottom line is the quicker she makes a move, the better for the offense. When she hesitates, that allows defense to collapse on her, and that's where UNC created havoc in that first half. Here she catches it, immediately drop step, scores. Again, catches it, spins off the defender, quickly scores. When she's hesitated, that defense has collapsed. This time, you see the five players see Betts. This time, Nyla Brooks scoops in for the steal to score. As well as UCLA played, the passes at times, they telegraphed, and this time it was Arnea Salo shooting the gap. UCLA takes care of the ball, gets Betts the touches, Betts scores quickly. It's a good game plan.
This is a good game.
Amen.
When you take a look at what we saw in that first half, lots of back and forth, 12 lead changes, the headline for North Carolina. It's been balanced, 9 different scores in the first half. They were up by 5 after 1. They're down by 1 as the second half begins. Betts gets a touch, one-on-one against Toomey. Toomey got a piece of it. Betts corrals it, no reset of the shot clock. Down to 6. Rice with the Betts screen, with 3, with 2. Here comes Carolina the other way. Kelly. Toomey knocks down another 3. Sierra Toomey averaged 3 points a game and 10 minutes a game a season ago. You touched on it earlier. This is a player to watch blossom this year for North Carolina.
And the double came, Betts all over it, kicked out to the weak side to Kiki Rice.
First points for Kiki Rice. She was 0 for 4 from the field in the first half. Betts led the way for UCLA in scoring 12 points, 8 rebounds. And we talked about the balance for North Carolina. Arnea Salo with 8 all in the first quarter to pace the Tar Heels. Here she is. Can't hit for 3. Hawkes the rebound. You've got Ledger Walker on the floor. You've got Rice on the floor. And you've got Hawkes who can bring the ball up the floor, but she turns it over. 9th turn for UCLA.
I asked Corey Close today about Betts. Would she bring her out of the paint or leave her in to try to protect? She said, we're going to try to leave her in, but if UNC starts knocking down those outside shots with the bigs, we've got to pull her out.
Hawkes gets called for the foul. That's her second.
But Lauren Betts gets the entry feed, feels the defender, and as she's turning middle, the double comes. Easy for her to find her teammate on the weak side.
Hawkes will come out. Dugalich will come on. Dugalich had a really strong first half. 7 points, 4 rebounds, an assist. Timeout is called. We'll take it as well with 8:11 to go in the third quarter. 1-point game here in Las Vegas. Weekend in Vegas. It'll carry over to Monday. Monday Night Football at Allegiant Stadium. It'll be the Cowboys and the Raiders. Right now, it is the Bruins and the Tar Heels in the WBCA Challenge. And we talked about the scoring balance for North Carolina. 9 different scores tonight for the Tar Heels.
And in their first 2 games, they have had 5 different players reach double digits. That's pretty balanced.
North Carolina burned a timeout because they were risking a 5-second call. Shot clock is down to 7. Open look for Harris. Gets the roll.
So that's now 2 shots in this quarter where the UNC bigs have popped out. Betts has stayed back, and they've been able to knock them down.
Neepkins. Betts away from the basket. Ledger Walker. 7 on the shot clock. Ledger Walker all the way. We've seen her do that time and again. Her standout career at Washington State. Now in her first year playing for UCLA after missing last year with an injury. Navarre, no. Dugalich with the rebound. Ooh, Dugalich put a little backspin on that one.
There's hot, and then there's Dugalich hot right now. I mean, that hit the back of the cylinder, went dead, and fell in.
Kelly really extending her minutes here. Remember, we talked about at the beginning, minutes restriction, 5 minutes in game 1, 10 minutes in game 2, but she's been on the court a lot here today. North Carolina gets basket. Arnisalo with the 3.
Renata Kelly's a competitor. She doesn't want to come out of this game. That's probably one of those where she doesn't even look over at the bench or the scores table in case someone's trying to check in for her.
It's up to 16 minutes. Three-point lead for the Bruins after the Kiki Rice basket. Inside of 6 minutes to go, third quarter.
Dugalich just keeps doing a great job of switching out on the guards so they can't turn the corner on the on-ball screens.
That one won't drop. Rice with the rebound. Betts. Foul's going to be called. Navarre came over to help Harris. Foul is called. Well, Charlize Ledger-Walker is back here in this building in the 2023 Pac-12 championship game for Washington State. She led Washington State to the Pac-12 title. They were the number 7 seed. She had 23 points and 5 threes in that championship against Corey Close's UCLA team.
She was spectacular. We had a front row seat to it, and it was on full display. Just her ball IQ, the decision-making that she makes. She can score. But, Eric, she impacts the game even if she doesn't score because she can pick a defense apart. She knows who to get the ball to and when. And I think she's a great addition because it allows Kiki Rice to get downhill a little bit more now. It allows another entry post, a tremendous entry post feeder into Lauren Betts.
Do you think Corey Close took it well when I brought up the fact that, yeah, you know, back in 2023, this is Charlize's first time back in this building, and that game was the championship game for the Pac-12, and your team lost. You know, did she take it the right way?
I think she took it a lot better because she has Charlize on her team now.
That's right. That softened it a little bit. And by the way, in all seriousness, Corey probably would still be talking and saying good things about Charlize Ledger-Walker if the game didn't start. I mean, she could have gone on and on. She thinks that highly of her as a person and as a fit here for this UCLA team. North Carolina gets a hoop to bring the Tar Heels backward into Arnisalo. Hot in the first quarter, cooled off in the second quarter, but heating back up in the third.
Toomey doing such a great job anchoring the defense, talking nonstop, getting her guards where they need to be.
Nicely done, spinning it in for 2. Jaquez, first points in the second half for Gabriella.
The guards are able to get to the rim right now. They're not easy finishes, but they are doing a great job of finishing.
Navarre with the crossover. The beautiful take to the basket for 2. Ledger-Walker tried the little no-look flip to Dugalich, but Toomey was ready for it.
When UCLA had numbers, because Arnisalo was on the floor and they couldn't take advantage.
Neepkins, good find inside. Dugalich for 2. feels a little bit like it did in the first quarter. We had that extended run around the media timeout. I know North Carolina took an early timeout, but we are in that 5-minute window. And right now it's the Navarre show taking to the basket. She wants that one back. Just the look on her face telling the story. Unable to drop. But again, players looking tired early in the season, trying to dig deep here, waiting for a whistle in the media timeout. Dugalich not done. And now a timeout is called by North Carolina. We're seeing some stars here in Las Vegas tonight. The Stars were out last night. Notre Dame and in Ames. We'll show you and tell you about some fantastic performances next. We've seen some great highlights in this great showdown between UCLA and North Carolina at the WBCA Challenge. The crossover by Navarre. So we're seeing some good individual performances here tonight. It's going to be tough to top the great individual performances on display last night.
I mean, I would love to see it tonight, and we're not done. But I can't say enough. Hannah Hidalgo just put on a show with the 16 steals, an NCAA record. And then for Iowa State, Audie Crooks just doing Audie Crooks things. 18 for 23, 78%. And Eric, 43 points in just 20 minutes of action.
Here in Vegas, 5 ties, 16 lead changes. This is the largest lead of the game for UCLA. North Carolina's largest lead, also 6. It's been tight throughout. And out of the timeout, a block shot by Rice. Back the other way, Jaquez. Grant sprinting back. UCLA is 8 of 10 from the field in this third quarter. They are 8 for their last 8.
UCLA has worked so hard tonight, trying to get around screens, going over on-ball screens to try to contain this UNC offense. And it starts with the defense. This time for UCLA, Kiki Rice with the block, gets the outlet, head up, just the lead pass to Jaquez, who feels the defense coming and takes it up. And you just gotta love a young lady.
Starts with goals.
Who sets her goals and achieves her goals, get a scholarship, and go to UCLA. I'd say check and check.
Arnisalo, tough take, won't drop, and Rice has the rebound.
Quick hands.
Navarre once again gets another steal, and Grant can't hold on to it. I want to go back to the Jaquez goals when she was playing for Coach Rachel. Be nicer to my brother. That's probably a good one. Listen to my parent. Yeah, okay. Make all my layups. The lefty. That's some high-level basketball stuff there for a youngster.
I just appreciate Coach Rachel establishing the goal setting at a young age.
Oh, beautiful look inside. Dugalich to Betts. Double-digit lead for UCLA inside of 2 minutes to go in the third. Navarre. Rice with the rebound. UCLA is a +9 in rebound margin. That's tipped out of bounds, and it will stay on that end. Reminder coming up Sunday afternoon, women's hoop doubleheader. 10th ranked NC State hosts number 17 TCU, 1 Eastern. That's on ESPN, and then on ESPN2, 22nd ranked Louisville taking on Clemson. ACC openers. You can always watch both on the all-new ESPN app. Niepke's been a quiet night. Can't get that. Good position by Kelly to get the rebound. And Jaquez a little too aggressive on the defense.
That was a smart play by Kelly. Just knew she had the momentum advantage and got her shoulder even with Jaquez, and that's how she was able to draw that foul.
Jaquez will check out with her third personal foul. Bilic is back on. Salo guarded by Rice. Pull-up three. Dugalich the rebound.
Last two shots for UNC have been good looks because the defense have gone under the on-ball screens. They just couldn't knock them down.
Neepkins, that's going to be a foul called on Dugalich, trying to make a little room for Neepkins.
You said make a little room. She made a little room because she extended that knee. Right call by the official.
Second personal on the grad student from Illinois who started her career at Oregon. Good game against Oklahoma last time out. 14 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 steals. She's got 14 points tonight to go along with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Freshman back out there, not afraid, is Nyla Brooks.
That was one thing Corey Close said to us today. We know UNC is going to try to full court pressure us, but I've got 2 point guards and I've got 2 other players who can also bring it up against the pressure.
Rice whips it over to Neepkins. Can't hit the short one, but another rebound for UCLA. This time it's Bilic. Rice wasting no time to put it back up. 7 now for Kiki, all in the second half. 10-0 run for the Bruins. Arnis Salo tried to drop it down to Thomas, but it's a turnover. 1.2 to go. Ezra Walker's going to come in.
I kind of want Hawkins to come in and get her half-court shot. Check that off the goal sheet.
Was that on there?
It was on the goal sheet.
Hard to read the, youngsters writing back in the day. North Carolina's not going to give UCLA much of a chance to do much here. UCLA did a lot in that third quarter. They outscored North Carolina 23-12. And the third-ranked Bruins up by 12, heading to the fourth here in Las Vegas. Back in Las Vegas, the WBCA Challenge. Teams will play again on Saturday here at Michelob Ultra Arena. UCLA on top by 12 after 3. ABC Saturday college football triple header. 9th-ranked Notre Dame taking on 22nd-ranked Pitt. That'll get things started at noon Eastern time. 4th-ranked Alabama hosting 11th-ranked Oklahoma in the SEC. And then how about another big-time SEC showdown? 10th-ranked Texas, 5th-ranked Georgia. You can also see it all on the all-new ESPN app. Plenty of runs for both teams, but UCLA has been getting the better of those runs here as of late. 10-0 run to close out the third quarter.
We just had a whistle because one of our security people was still on the floor when they inbounded the ball, so they had to allow him to rush off the floor.
So that would have been a 5-on-6.
Correct.
Good defense.
Coming to the matchup zone, UCLA is out of the break.
Oh, beautiful play. Out of the timeout, run by North Carolina to get the basket and end the 10-0 run.
And that's how you beat a matchup zone. You get to the high post. Well done by North Carolina. And now they're coming to a matchup zone.
Toomey now with 8 after the hoop for North Carolina. Off the miss. Another rebound for UCLA. They're dominating on the glass right now. Betts throws it outside. Jaquez rattles into 3. 12 points now for Gabriella.
And 6 assists for Lauren Betts.
$15 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. We will be on triple-double watch for Lauren Betts this year. If teams are going to double or triple her continuously, which they will, she's going to have plenty of opportunities to find teammates who know how to finish. Neepkins couldn't finish because she was fouled.
Well, Eric, even that cut by Neepkins is an example of the effect of Lauren Betts. She's on the weak side, but you don't want to rotate over. You don't want to go true help side because you don't want to give her the chance to do a step in or anything else. So you see Toomey's really close to her, and then because the defender's up the line looking at the ball handler, John Neepkins cuts back door, draws the foul.
So here is the grad student from Duluth. 2 seasons ago, suffered a broken right foot, 8 games in the season. Was shooting 54% from outside the arc at the time of her injury. Last year, we mentioned before, hit 45%. She can knock him down, hits the free throws. UCLA on top by 15. How about that little move by Lainey Grant? A little handle, gets a little contact. She'll get to the free throw line. Of course, that's going to be one of the themes for North Carolina this season is where are they going to get the offense from after their top 3 scorers and their top 2 rebounders are gone from last year's team, led by Alyssa Usby, who averaged 11 points, 9.5 boards, 3 assists. Leader in all 3 categories for last year's North Carolina team that won 29 games. Courtney Banghart said, and she made it very clear, we're a work in progress. We're young. We have a couple of players who aren't fully clear to give me a full game yet, but by the end of the year, this is going to be a really good team because she just loves the pieces and the talent she has on this roster. They just need some time to work together and play through some things.
Well, I was joking around with her assistant coaches after practice this morning. I said, it looks like you guys have all the ingredients for an amazing cake. And they're like, yeah, it's just a matter of how quickly will the oven heat up. and that's just it exactly. I mean, this North Carolina squad lost 75% of their scoring from a year ago. They have pieces to score now, but they haven't had a lot of reps together. And offense is about chemistry and knowing one another. It'll come.
Betts now is 17 points. Arnisalo. Dugalich. Navarre, inside of 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Navarre takes it at Betts, who gets the block. 1 on the shot clock for North Carolina.
High percentage shot. You want to try to get downhill. The problem is Lauren Betts is anchoring the paint. Her player sets the screen. She stays at home. And one step goes with Navarre. Times it perfectly for that block.
Second block for Betts tonight. 1 to shoot. Grant, oh, she was fouled. No, shot clock violation right in front of the North Carolina bench. I think Courtney Banghart's like, wasn't there a little contact there?
Well, Ledger Walker held her breath there for a moment as well. I think that's a good no call.
So shot clock violation, turnover for North Carolina. 7.5 to go in the 4th. Betts on the inside. Won't get the assist here as Dugalich can't get it to go. Arnisalo showing a little handle. Can't get that to drop. Her reaction tells you she wanted that one more than any other field goal she hit today. Kiki Rice knows how to finish when she gets into the paint.
I think that's an area of improvement from a year ago even, is her ability to truly finish. Sometimes when their shots are altered, we've already seen it at least 3 times tonight. When she's gotten down all the way to the rim, she's been able to finish through contact. And this is one thing for Kiki Rice that was a point of emphasis by her head coach, is downhill, get to the rim, and finish. And I'll say this again, her ability to do some of those things, I think, is a direct result of Charlize Ledger Walker being on the floor, allows Kiki to be a little bit more explosive and look to be more drive-driven versus point guard focused at all times.
Lori Close says she wants the 2 of them, Ledger Walker and Rice, to play off of each other. So when you hear that, what should people watch for with those 2 working together? It's going to be a foul against UCLA.
I love the analogy that Corey gave us. She goes, it's like when Charlize was playing with her older sister at Washington State. They didn't have to say anything verbally. They just knew. She said, I think these 2 will get to that point where, oh, you're closer for the outlet. You take it. And they don't even have to say it. They'll just learn to read and play off of one another. And that's just going to come with reps. And as you said earlier, Kiki missed a lot of the offseason because of the injury. And so it's just going to continue to gel this offense well the more time they spend together on the court.
Hawkes with the rebound. Lauren Betts running down the court. She's got a double-double tonight, 17-10, 6 assists. Doesn't have 19 those. That one won't drop as we approach 6 minutes to go. Just shy of a double-double last time out against Oklahoma with 9 points. Navarre off the window for 2.
I'm trying to think if there's been an easy finish for Navarre today at the rim, and she just keeps getting there and somehow getting the ball to go down.
I don't think she likes things easy. She likes the challenge.
She's a defender.
We see it on the defensive end all the time. That's double team, passes out of it. Rice for 2. Strong second half scoring for Kiki Rice, 11 points on 5 of 10 shooting overall in the game, but those 11 points all in the second half.
Oh, they missed Toomey. They had Toomey there for a second.
That won't drop from the outside, closing in on 5 minutes to go in what is now a 17-point lead for UCLA, and Corey Close wants her team to slow it down.
And I can't say this enough. There's a lot of skill and talent on the floor for UCLA, but there's also a ton of experience. 8 of their roster members are either seniors or grad students, whereas for North Carolina, they have 2 seniors, period. And that experience has been on full display with Kiki Rice. Her ability to split through defenders and kiss it with a nice spin off the glass, and then reads the run out and blows by for the pull-up.
UCLA on top by 17, 34 wins last year. Big Ten tourney champs. They beat LSU to get to their first ever NCAA Final Four where they lost to UConn. There are ways to improve. And for a 4-year starter like Kiki Rice, you think maybe she has all the answers, but there are ways for Kiki Rice to improve. How did Corey and Kiki work together to unlock what's next for her?
Well, first of all, I think so many people think coaching's just about X's and O's. So much is about the mental state. And with Kiki Rice being out most of this offseason due to injury, Corey Close created this visualization tape. She wanted her to get more aggressive getting downhill. And you see that coming to fruition tonight as she splits defenders. She wanted her to work on the pull-up jumper. And that has come to fruition tonight as well. Her getting past the defender, using that on-ball screen and elevating and knocking it down. And then the third thing that she wanted her to do was get to the spots on the floor. But learning can be visual, it can be physical. And so during the period where Kiki couldn't be physical, Corey Close took it upon herself to help her learn through the visualization.
Out of the media timeout. Tough shot for North Carolina. UCLA trying to separate themselves a little bit more from the 11th ranked team in the country. There was Rice on the back cut. Ledger Walker looking for Kiki. Kiki walks. Tomorrow night, ESPN2 men's college basketball doubleheader. 6th ranked Michigan will take on TCU. That's at 9 Eastern time. 19th ranked Gonzaga and Arizona State will follow. Both games available on the all-new ESPN app as well, so you can catch it anywhere. Before we came on the air tonight, Purdue and Alabama. Great men's showdown in Tuscaloosa. Strong finish by Purdue as the Boilermakers pulled away and picked up a win over the Crimson Tide. Earlier today here in Vegas, it was a victory for Fairfield over South Florida. Off day tomorrow for the 4 teams here at the WBCA Challenge, and then they'll play again on Saturday. Hard fall. Ledger Walker is up. And jogging off.
Collective sigh by the Bruin fans. Five seconds on the shot clock here for North Carolina.
Navarre wasting no time. Couldn't get it. Gugalich has the rebound. 14 and 8 for her tonight. Deepkins. Betts. Gugalich open for 3. Navarre will keep it in play. 3.5 to play in the 4th quarter. Grant steps back for a 3.
I mean, even tonight, you've seen at different times the different pieces for North Carolina. This team will continue to get better on the offensive end.
Laney Grant, all freshman selection in the ACC last season. Corey Close thought maybe there's a little bit too much. Now, you're allowed this year, you can have the multiple hot touches, right? The hot stove touch. You can't have two hands on there at the same time.
You can't burn the person any. That's my interpretation.
Rice to inbound. And that's going to be a foul call on Henderson. UCLA will take on South Florida here on Saturday. It'll be Fairfield in North Carolina. Did I say Saturday? Friday. Friday. Wait, no, Saturday.
Today is
It
Thursday.
Saturday.
It'll be Saturday.
I'm in Las Vegas, okay? So this is what happens when you're in Las Vegas. You lose track of time and place and sense. Look what's ahead for UCLA, though. Saturday against USF, then a game against Southern. Then they're back in Vegas to face Texas November 26th, then South Carolina or Duke Thanksgiving night. They still have Tennessee before the month ends on November 30th.
They have 3 ranked top 10 foes in their first 9 games. Hats off to Corey Close to challenge her team in the non-conference.
Betts on the turnaround, can't get it to drop. Grant, pull up for 3. That one's going to be well short. North Carolina, after the Fairfield meeting on Saturday. I'm proud of myself that I figured out what day it was today.
What do you mean figured it out? I told you.
I mean, you've been in Vegas as long as I have. We've been here since Tuesday. I don't know if you know what day it is. I can always count on you because you could sell it even if it was the wrong day.
It's hoop season.
There are no days off for you in hoop season. No days off for Lauren Betts as she gets the basket and the foul. A chance for a 3-point play.
It's the footwork for me. She faces up to see where the help side might be and then realizes that Toomey's far enough off her that she takes that big step to get even, get by, get the foul, and get the celebration.
And get the 3-point play. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists for the All-American tonight. It's her 32nd career double-double, her first this season. As we approach 2 minutes to go. Artisalo. Neepkins wants Corey Close to appeal this, and I think we're going to have an appeal because Gianna thinks it should be UCLA basketball. And indeed, that is the case. There'll be an appeal here, and officials will go to the monitor. Corey Close putting some faith in Gianna Neepkins.
Well, when you have a veteran team, you tend to do that more as a coach.
So this will be the litmus test here, right? Toomey came in to give it the force forward, but I think Neepkins' hands are still on it.
It might stay.
Yeah.
And this is part of the new rules this year as far as we've always had appeals. But for coaches, they can appeal the out of bounds on the baseline. The officials could not have gone to review this themselves.
No question, Toomey follows through, but even with that follow through, it feels like Neepkins still had a piece of it. This may fall into the category of the call on the floor stands. Left hand for Neepkins still just that little twist there.
Yeah. If you look at the trajectory of the ball change, it almost looks like that occurs off of Neepkins' fingers.
And the verdict is in, and the call is...
And so because UCLA issued that appeal and it was not upheld, they will be charged a timeout.
So let's takeaways. One, I was wrong with my replay review. I'll own that. Not the first time I've been wrong in Vegas. In these
No, but I thought you said that you believed it went off of Meekin's finger. Toomey hit it.
Oh, I did, yes. Oh, yeah. What day is today? I was right. Hey, I was right in Vegas.
Take the assist.
Yes, thank you. Great assist, partner. Toomey. Nope. Rice has it.
That makes 10 rebounds for Kiki Rice. That's a double-double for her as well.
How about that? 2 double-doubles here tonight. Rice goes for 11 and 10, 6th of her career. Betts is out of the game with her double-double. Oh, and if you're a softball fan or you know a softball fan somewhere.
Isn't everybody a softball fan?
Well, someone was just getting up to perhaps get into the game for UCLA, who happens to be one of the country's best softball players, who is also playing basketball for UCLA, but she's sitting on the bench right now, so I'm not going to fully bring Megan Grant into the game yet. 4 on the shot clock for Rice. On the drive, the flip, the finish. 13 points all in the second half for Kiki Rice. And UCLA is on top by 19 as we approach a minute to play. Toomey will launch a 3 and get it. Sierra Toomey in the double figures with 11, and Corey Close will call a timeout so Megan Grant can come into the game. 2-time softball All-American, hit .376 with 26 home runs and 81 runs batted in as a junior for a team that reached the Women's College World Series in Oklahoma City. Christy and I are huge softball fans, and this is one of the best players in softball who has a spot in her heart for basketball. And here she is playing for UCLA, a 2-sport athlete in Westwood.
Credit to both coaches for allowing this to happen, because this is what the student athlete wanted. Megan Grant was a 3-sport athlete at high school. She really loves basketball. And again, hats off to both coaches, because I think in this day and age, we get a little territorial with our players at times. I think it just makes everybody better.
This is her 3rd appearance for the basketball team. She has not scored yet. Substitution for UCLA as Christina Carmuzzi will come on, and that's it for Neepkins. Rice putting the finishing touches on a strong all-around performance, especially in the second half. 15 points, 10 rebounds. Kiki's done for the day as Hawkes will come back on. Henderson to the baskets.
The future is bright, very bright in Chapel Hill. And I don't mean years from now. I think this team will only continue to get better on both ends of the floor.
Hawkes. Bermuse. Back to Hawkes. 3-pointer is launched off the mark. Grant with it. Grant muscles it up and in! Look at the bench! Look at her smile! What a moment for the All-American in softball who has scored in basketball. I love it! Meg, don't let the celebration end. This is how you do it. You would expect someone who is a beast at softball to rip it away. Look out for those elbows. Spin it in. And dance for the bench. Oh, man.
As great as her celebration is, I think the bench topped that. Lauren Betts getting in on the action.
Lauren Betts had 20 and 10. Kiki Rice had 15 and 10. Megan Grant had 2. It was allowed 2. We'll check in with Lauren Betts when we come back here to Las Vegas in just a couple of moments. UCLA wins it 78-60 the final. For now, Kelsey and Megan in the studio.
I know, almost. I know.
All right, we're just going over the stat sheet with Lauren right now. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists.
Yes.
Triple doubles in play this year, Lauren.
Let's go, almost.
Congratulations on the win. You know, this is, we just saw it with Megan Grant and just how you guys having a lot of fun. I mean, last year was such a great run, but it just feels like you had so much fun. You're like, well, how can we do that again, and how can we take that next step? What's the mindset for this UCLA team right now?
Honestly, I think we always talk about, we're not really about, you know, outside noise or, you know, what's next or Final Four or anything like that. Like, we're really focused on our process. You know, we have a really mature group, and everyone's really locked in on what we need to do as a team, and you have a bunch of selfless girls in this amazing group, and I'm just really proud of, you know, how we came out today, and I think it's going to take us really far, but this is a really special group of girls, so.
Lauren, Corey told us today that you guys all 100% said we want to be challenged, we want to be better. The schedule seems like it's doing it. Oklahoma on Monday, North Carolina now. How is this team progressing just in 4 short games?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You know, Coach Corey did a really good job of putting together a tough schedule. It challenges us. You know, we had like a one-day prep for today's game. So I think we just really have to lock in mentally and going to every single game. We just know it's going to be competitive and that we're going to need every single person, you know, even if you're not playing, if you are, like it doesn't matter. So I think everyone just really buys into what we need to do. And I think that's what's really special. I
know you used the word selfless, but I want to focus on just you for a moment here. Where your game is and where you want to improve most this season as we go along. I know it's early, but I know there's a lot of things that you still want to work on. So what are the things top of mind for you?
Yeah, for me, I think, honestly, just staying present. I think my mental is the biggest thing that I've been trying to work on this season. Obviously, there's so many things coming up, and, you know, there's lots of outside noise and all of that, but I'm really, you know, I've really bought into this team, and I really want what's best for this group, and I know we're going to do amazing things, and as long as I, you know, stay present and make sure that I do everything for this team, we're going to make it really far. So that's my biggest thing.
Lauren, a lot of points scored tonight, but was there one favorite basket, and if so,
oh, come on.
What?
Megan Grant. Like, come on. I'm so excited for her. She's amazing. We love her.
Give me I want you to break down the play because, you know, just this celebration, just this fight. Look out for this elbow right here.
Oh, my God.
How about this dance here, though? What is that dance?
She stopped and celebrated. We've been talking about this for so long. I'm so happy for her.
What was that celebration?
I don't even know. It's a TikTok dance, and it's her favorite go-to, and she said she was going to do it, so she kept her word. Yeah.
I mean, when you're an All-American like she is in softball, you can process things like that. Yeah, but that was a great moment. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
In Vegas. And we'll take a timeout and be back. Lauren Betts, there's a party somewhere in Vegas.
Let's go.
Yeah, and it's, you know, at Megan Grant's for Lauren Betts with the double-double tonight. UCLA with a win over North Carolina.